Hi y'all. I'm here. I promise. Should we just start with some diving? Ah, love wife. Start with some diving. Shit's easy. Where are we going? Is there anything that looks cool? Haven't really been over this way, I don't think. Could do just a little bit of exploring. This isn't... Oh, okay. This is as far as the rope will reach. I see. Yeah. Oh. Nice swimming. Gathering complete. Good job. Silly. I'm so EP. I'm so EP already. That's why I have Monster. It's ultraviolet, my favorite flavor. I don't want these. I don't even want them. Can I have abalone instead? Gimme. Can you imagine if I could actually harvest better? What's this? What's this up here? It's not even an abalone, it's a turban snail. Damn. Funny rope. Surely that's enough to get a level though. Surely. Yeah, why not a gathering level? Let's do one more just while I'm still like waking up / like decompressing. Let me go over here to where there's seaweed. You got any fun stuff for me? What's this? You got no fun stuff for me. Whoa, okay. I found the fun stuff. Let's go. Oh, hello. Wait, who are you? There's a mermaid there. What? Okay, that's wild actually. What do you mean she's hovering just out of reach? Yeah, let's be not greedy about this, because this could actually just be a whole level right here. Nice. Good stuff. Oh wow. Reach a high score of 1,500 points. Fish bonanza. Well, now I guess we can do another one. We're spurred on by our great success. What's this way? Oh, this is the hole. This is the weird ass hole. Is there a sticker? Wait, what's this? Yo. Oh, very interesting. What is this? What is that? Huh. I appear to have broken some sort of a seal. Intriguing. You can't tell me that this is not relevant. That didn't even count for anything? Wait. Is that just still broken now? Is that broken forever? Where's the... Yeah, it is. Can we go down in the hole now? Huh. I guess we got by the Tomokazuki. Interesting. That's so wild. What did I just do? Wait, is it still there? It is, and it's still broken. That's so interesting. Yo, it's a sticker. We'll have a look at that sticker later. I'm so like uninterested in anything that's not like an abalone or a lobster. I've been ruined. Whatever. Bonus points. Bonus points. Alright, that'll do. Whatever. Mockingbird number 18. Number 18, Gull and Roses. I like that one. He looks cool. You found 5 mockingbirds. You can now access the mockingbird relationship chart. What do you mean? What do you mean? The mockingbird relationship chart. There's one on the ship apparently. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, let's just concentrate on finishing this one level. Well, I don't really know, like, what else we could possibly be looking for here. What do you mean that's a turban snail? It's so uninteresting. I mean, like, fine, whatever. Just get these small fry, I suppose. Surely it can't be that bad. User's diver rank is now 14. More search rank. I think the next thing we get is searching as well, but I think that's enough diving for now. Let's go to the story chart. This this sucks in the best way possible. Wait, there's lore. Hang on. Oh my god. Okay. So this is the Turninator, the captain of the raid team for the Rebels Roost delinquent crew. Although the sight of him skimming the water during his daring dives is awe-inspiring in itself, he also commands the respect of the... Sorry, the music is fucking me up. Question mark? What is these relationship? Best buds. In love. Bad blood. Damn, who's this one? This one's a social butterfly. Maverick Manny. A member of the Bamboo Breakers dance team. Sure, this lucky duck is envied far and wide as the man who stole the heart of Maverick Mandy. Maverick Manny and Maverick Mandy. The two are now a pair of lovebirds anyone would envy, or so he thinks. In reality, the only time they can be called that is during their extravagant dances, and he remains blissfully unaware of her frequent flings, a fact that everyone else on the team has already noticed. Aw. It's unfortunate. Fast lane frigate. A die-hard sea racer most often found speeding across the surface of the ocean, this thrill-seeker was originally drawn to the danger of always being a wing beat away from a watery grave. After falling for Maverick Mandy at first sight, he joined the Bamboo Breakers dance team in a complete 180 from his usual ways. In recent days, he's often seen fumbling his way through unfamiliar dance moves and puffing up his bright red throat sack in an attempt to catch her eye. Do frigate birds actually look like that? Oh shit, they actually do. What the hell? That's insanely cool. Cool throat sack, man. And then over here, we've got Booby Bravo, a steadfast senior member of the Ocean Outlaws hooligan gang. Accustomed to living in a group, he's quick to step in and smooth things over whenever he hears of a dispute erupting among the gang's ever-growing ranks. Second to none in his loyalty to their leader, he's quick to tell him whenever he finds a promising new feeding ground. So this must be the leader of that gang. Gull and Roses, a member of the Ocean Outlaws hooligan gang. Usually found whiling away his days at the seaside, he has a tendency to suddenly show up whenever trouble begins brewing, just so he can stick his beak into the chaos. He's playing Blood on the Clock Tower, trouble brewing. Despite being the only one to notice the lack of substance between Albatross Boss and Sing Demeanor, finds it more entertaining than anything else and has thus far elected to keep quiet about it. Albatross Boss. Love that. I love that that's a thing that exists. Now, can we... What is this? Oh, now that we've, like, seen some stuff? Right. Let's leave it at that for today. Good work out there, user. Oh, he's not American. Whoa. You've already gotten this good in just this amount of time? You weren't kidding when you said you had a good feeling about this. I guess all that diving really helped you get the hang of things. Honestly, I kind of surprised myself as well. Maybe I really am the patron saint of diving. Just what I'd expect from a living legend. So, do you feel any different now? Did your body undergo any weird changes? Nope. I feel exactly the same. Nothing's changed. I'm the same old user I've always been. I guess we were a bit off the mark, huh? So, what do you want to do now? Should we call it a day? No, I actually want to, like, look around the boat. Maybe like this. Can I just like skip? Auto. But I have to be able to look at things first. I can't look at things from here. Do I have to, where do I have to resume this from? Like, obviously there's still more here that just doesn't exist. Ah, here. Where is, oh, got him. Isn't this one of those Mockingbird stickers? Oh, good eye, user. That's right, I found one stowed away on this very boat. By the way, that's Mockingbird number 8, tit for tat. He's a long-tailed tit. Apparently you're meant to read the characters behind him as Blizzard. Guess there's more to these mockingbirds than I thought. Tit for tat. Well, he's definitely there. Alright, cool. Fantastic. Tell me about... Oh, tit for tat. The top troublemaker of Blue's Brutal Beaks, a gang of delinquents from Aves Academy who have recently been wreaking havoc throughout the region. Despite his cute snowball-like appearance, he's both fierce-tempered and ruthlessly territorial, and the force with which he applies at anyone who messes with the gang's turf is more like a bullet than a snowball. Amazing. Everyone's got bad blood with him. He's fucking with Maverick Mandy. Alright. The Ise-shima investigation. A mermaid corpse has been discovered on the beach near Ichika town. While Yumeko and her partner are investigating its whereabouts, they run into an important local figure. Who this dude? Alright. Turn this off. Mr. Yamashina, thank you for agreeing to meet with us on such short notice. I understand you're a busy man.
Not like I have much choice when it's some bigwig from the prefectural police badgering me to do so. So, you're Shiki from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, Security Division, was it? And here I thought you were just some housemaid. You sure you're from the police in that getup?
Well, I am primarily a housewife by trade, but that's hardly important right now. You're also known as Unkaku Dono, I believe. After hearing so many rumors, it's an honor to make your acquaintance.
Rumors, eh?
Unkaku Dono. He's a tycoon. A wealthy tycoon who owns multiple companies and swathes of land, particularly in the Tsu and Ise areas. Born in the Taisho period, unmarried. I can't read today. His family first came into business in the Edo period, traveling from town to town selling talismans, miscanthus reed hoops, and other items to ward off evil spirits. During the Meiji period, this business expanded into a trading company, and the Yamashina family became prominent contributors to the development of the region. Born to the heir of the Yamashina family business and the daughter of a noble family, Yoshiatsu grew up in an affluent environment where he received a thorough education tailored to gifted children. Following the end of the war, Yoshiatsu inherited the company assets in his 30s, but was quick to sell off all the shares he owned, using the proceeds to buy and sell real estate and stocks, a practice that made him extremely wealthy. After amassing his fortune, he showed a keen interest in investing in ambitious young people, actively mentoring those he took a particular liking to. This approach led to the emergence of many successful businessmen, which included Shinobu Wakamura of Kamishima. That's this guy, right? Yeah. Those who have received Yamashina's support view him with both gratitude and a sense of awe bordering on reverence, referring to him as Unkaku Dono, a title that evokes a figure elevated above the clouds. Yamashina has always shown a strong attachment to wealth, even going so far as to partake in illicit activities such as illegal donations, tax evasion, insider trading, and media control, all in an effort to garner ever more status and money. In the shadow of the many success stories enabled by his support, many more of his beneficiaries have fallen into bankruptcy or been arrested, fueling endless unsavory rumors about him to this day. Yamashina himself, however, seems to be unconcerned by these rumors, considering anything that does not directly harm him to be beneath his notice. Even as a lifelong bachelor, he has surrounded himself with many followers, both publicly and privately, and has never lacked for anything to satisfy his personal needs. Oh, 1 second. I just had to clear my throat. A few years ago, he began to seriously consider the issue of a successor, driven by his determination that his beloved fortune should never fall into the hands of someone untrustworthy. Perhaps for this reason, he began to develop a keen fascination with immortality around the same time, and is said to be secretly investing vast amounts of money into research on the topic. I guess that solves the problem of not having an heir. Yes, I hear you've been doing some, under-the-table research into immortality.
And so what if I am?
Well now, I wouldn't have expected you to be such a dreamer, but it does make you just a bit more relatable.
You can laugh all you want. What's it got to do with the police, anyway?
It seems, on this particular occasion, it has quite a bit to do with the police, unfortunately.
You don't say.
After looking into the corpse of the mermaid found earlier this morning, it seems highly likely that it was taken into the custody of Mr. Yamashina here. He's quite the big shot around here, with plenty of weight to throw around both politically and financially. Of course, all the local police know of him, and of his moniker, Unkakudono. We had to get one of the higher-ups to act as an intermediary to even get a meeting with him. Personally, I'm happy as long as we can get that mermaid corpse back from him. Although I certainly won't complain if he can tell us anything about the curse as well. I hear he's quite the curmudgeon, so we'll have to watch our step when dealing with him. Alright, firstly, we're going to take stock in our surroundings. Any birds? Number 9. Kiting killer. We'll look at that later. Tick? Question mark? Surroundings. These splendid gardens all fall within the grounds of Mr. Yamashina's Ise City estate. Part of me wonders why he needs so much space when he doesn't have a family. But I suppose he has an image to maintain. This is Yoshiatsu Yamashina. He's a tycoon with multiple properties and companies to his name, mostly based here in Iseshima. He's long been rumored of being involved in various shady dealings. Special Investigations has had an eye on him for a while now. They haven't managed to find any concrete evidence so far. It seems he has a knack for pinning the blame on his subordinates before finding a way to slip away. Needless to say, he and the police are quite familiar with each other by this point. Though I don't doubt he has local police chiefs and politicians under his thumb behind the scenes. There's no need for me to get involved in all that. I'll be satisfied as long as I get the information we need from him. Okay. And then as always, we have to look at our boy. People like Yamashina have a tendency to underestimate me whenever I meet with them alone. Having someone intimidating like Sodo with me gets them to take me more seriously. I'm glad he's here with me today.
I'm amazed we were able to get an appointment with him this quickly.
Yes, and all thanks to Detective Ide. It would seem he's quite the capable fellow. Alright. I'll get straight to the point. I believe you took a mermaid corpse into your possession this morning.
What?
That corpse is linked to an ongoing case. We came here to ask you to release it into police custody.
No idea what you're on about.
Of course, you will get something in return. We have some information I'm sure you'll find quite profitable in exchange.
Like I said, no idea what you're on about. If that's all you came here for, then scram.
Oh, pity. I really thought you'd be interested in what we had to share. Assuming you really are interested in immortality. Well, I suppose we barely know each other. It's only natural that you'd be wary of our intentions. What do you say to a little chat to get to know each other better, Mr. Unkakudono? All we have up our sleeve is information on immortality. I suppose we'll just have to hope that he takes the bait. I hear you've been putting quite a bit of effort into training up the younger generation recently. What's your take on today's youth?
Useless, the lot of them. Bunch of pushovers that have let all this new generation tripe go to their heads. We're the ones who built this country back up after the war, but they're out there strutting around like they own the place. Far too big for their britches.
My, what a scathing review. Would our resident member of the new generation like to comment at all?
Please don't call me that.
I hear you've been searching for a successor, though. Given your strong opinions on the matter, I take it that you're struggling. Though I can see why that could lead to a desire for immortality. After all, There's no need to cede your legacy to someone else if you can remain at the reins yourself. That's what I said. Google...
That might have been true when I started my research.
Oh? I take it that isn't the case now.
I'm no spring chicken. The thought of living for hundreds of years like this ain't exactly appealing anymore. I don't see much point in immortality if I'm already long past my prime.
What is going on with my voice? Well, that certainly is different from the rumors. My apologies for jumping to conclusions. You have my wholehearted agreement that immortality doesn't necessarily bring happiness, though.
Let me clear up one more thing while we're at it. I've already decided on my successor.
Oh?
Turns out the perfect candidate was right under my nose the entire time. I haven't told them yet, but they're a sharp one. They'll do a fine job.
Is that so? I'm glad to hear it. I suppose that would mean you no longer have any need for immortality then.
Who said I wasn't still interested? It simply has nothing to do with my successor. I still intend on continuing my research. For medical advancement, you understand. Think of it as doing my bit for society. You lot are always quick to assume the worst of whatever I do. How about you mind your own business for a change?
Well, there's not much we can say to that. We'll try to be more discerning from now on. I wonder if it's, what's his name? Wakamura? Yeah, Wakamura.
I've already chosen my successor. No need to harp on about it anymore. Already written up my will and passed it off to my lawyer. You be sure to let your friends at the police know too.
Okay.
By the way, you're obviously not just some run-of-the-mill cop. Who are you?
Why, I believe I mentioned it when I introduced myself. I'm just a simple housewife.
A likely tale. Plus, that fellow next to you's also got a strange air about him. He's no ordinary person, is he?
My, how observant of you. I suppose you could say that, yes.
Doesn't take a genius to see it. One of them phony psychic types, are you?
Phony?
Hit a nerve, did I? There are far too many of your kind around lately. Cozying up to those in power by feeding them a bunch of nonsense. Liars and cheaters, all of you.
You seem to have quite the chip on your shoulder about this, Mr. Yamashina.
Don't know if it's because there's a cult craze going around, but I've seen far too many folks get taken in by that tripe.
A cult craze? Spiritual phenomena, the supernatural, aliens, cryptids, lost civilizations, extrasensory perception. The list goes on. Such unexplainable phenomena are quick to take on a life of their own. A plesiosaur named Nessie living in Loch Ness. Sightings of mythical creatures like the Tsuchinoko or Hibagon. The urban legends of the Kuchisake Onna and Hanako-san. Television reports of spoon-bending psychics. Documentaries featuring spirit photography and UFOs that become the talk of the school the next day. These are only a few examples of stories that have captivated the public's interest. Magazines specializing in paranormal phenomena continue to thrive, with no end to the craze in sight. Oh shit, Paranormasight. Shit.
That Wakamura over on Kamishima is one of them. Talk about a waste of potential.
Oh, interesting. Wakamura? What do you mean, Wakamura?
Can't say I care much about who you are anymore. You going around with some phony psychic tells me all I need to know.
How dare you? Sodo, calm down. He can think what he wants. There is one thing I should warn you about. Eating the flesh of that mermaid you found won't grant you immortality.
And what would you know about that?
Well, you know, one hears all sorts of things in this day and age. I don't know where it came from, but there seems to be a legend that eating mermaid flesh will grant one immortality. All I wanted to say was that it's just that. A legend. It has no basis in reality at all.
How can you be so sure?
And just think about it. If that legend were true, wouldn't it be strange that no confirmed immortals have ever been found?
Yeah, who's to say they aren't just living in hiding?
The legend of Yao Bikuni is passed down in over 100 places across Japan, yet not a single verifiable immortal has even been found to show for it.
So you mean to say all those legends were fake? Please. If even just one of those tales is true, there's always the chance there's an immortal hiding away somewhere.
I see. You really are quite the dreamer, aren't you?
I figured you were trying to bluff me out of that mermaid corpse for some reason or other. But now I'm sure of it. That thing's hiding some sort of secret, isn't it? Something you don't want me to find out.
So you admit you have the mermaid corpse, then? Oh, don't worry. We assumed as much from the start. If I'm not mistaken, that mermaid was in a sort of mummified state, no? I doubt you'll be eating it as it is. Surely there's no harm in handing it over.
So you can hog it for yourself? You won't fool me that easy.
You don't think that a rare specimen like that ought to be placed in the care of a proper research institute?
I'm saying I'll get a specialist research institute to study it. Problem solved.
I suppose so.
I'll make sure that mermaid gets studied properly. Don't you worry about that.
Okay. Wait, why can't I... why can't I finish this? Hello. By the way, you're quite well connected around these parts, if I'm not mistaken. This doesn't have anything to do with what we came here to talk about. But I was wondering if you happen to recognize the person in this sketch. It seems he lived in the Iseshima area around 6 years ago.
Nope, never seen him.
I assume you've heard the news about the old human bones found on the seabed. This is a sketch of one of the victims from that case. You sure you have no idea who it could be?
First I've heard of it, actually. Got no interest in things that have nothing to do with me.
Apparently, he wears that crested hakama every day. Not exactly casual wear for most people. I didn't mean to click on him again. Wearing something like that in this summer heat. That's commitment to keeping up appearances. Who might this Wakamura be?
Wakamura. He's one of my proteges. He's the one currently in charge over on Kamishima. Used to have high hopes for that one, but that changed when he came under the thrall of some phony sorcerer in Tokyo.
A phony sorcerer in Tokyo?
You heard right. Since then, there's been no end to his nonsense. Buying properties out in the mountains, changing company names, all because of something the sorcerer whispered in his ear. He even told me the layout of my house was unlucky and tried to get me to renovate the place. Oh shit, feng shui. Just recently, he was going on about some curse causing a big storm. That sort of rubbish.
A storm caused by a curse, you say?
Even said the storm 5 years ago was caused by the same curse. He's been trying to wheedle me into helping him find some way to stop it. But I'm done with him and his ramblings. Man's clearly a lost cause. He'll be coming over here tomorrow morning, but I'm thinking it's time to have someone else take the reins over on Kamishima.
I see. So even though you believe in immortality, you refuse to associate with anything to do with the occult.
And you do? I figured someone claiming to be a cop would have more sense than that. How are you meant to solve crimes if criminals can just pull out curses left and right?
You won't find me disagreeing there. So what exactly has this Wakamura been saying about this curse?
Hell if I remember. Why don't you go to Kamishima and ask the man yourself?
Maybe we will. Thank you for the information. We want information. Information.
You won't get it.
Is there anything you can tell us about the phony sorcerer this Wakamura is so devoted to?
Wakamura went on about how there's some big shot who appeared on television. I never heard of him. As I said, just ask him yourself.
Of course, we'll be sure to do so. How about this then? If you agree to give up the mermaid, we'll tell you what we know in return. For someone who doesn't seem to believe in the occult, you seem awfully fixated on this mermaid and immortality, which suggests to me you found something you consider quite conclusive.
But what do you want about now?
Well, I happen to know a bit more about mermaids than most people.
Mom, are you sure?
It's fine. I had the opportunity to do some research into them a while back, you see.
You don't say. And?
Well, mermaids do indeed have the ability to grant a human immortality.
I knew it.
More precisely, individuals granted immortality in this way are known as 800-year immortals.
So they have a lifespan of 800 years?
Interesting. That's right. As the name suggests, they gain 800 years of remaining life. During this time, they won't age a day, and even if they die, they'll resurrect immediately.
Sounds like a real blessing.
No, I'm afraid it's anything but. One who defies the very laws of nature like that is no longer human. They're an anomalous being that should not be allowed to exist. As such, our position requires that any such individuals we find are dealt with as swiftly as possible. Indeed, this immortality was originally a curse mermaids placed upon humans.
A curse?
Immortality is neither a blessing nor salvation for the living. It's a curse that robs them of the ability to die. None of those who have become 800-year immortals have found happiness. Not one. It renders living among other humans impossible and makes them an outcast from society. Of course, there are a few years at first when life will be tolerable. But after that, every meeting ends in parting. You outlive whomever you love or are loved by. Even if you find acceptance, it will only be for a time. You will always be shunned eventually. You'll experience this over and over for 800 years. 800 years unable to die, with loneliness as your constant companion. This is why many see no other recourse than a life of monastic seclusion, just as Yao Bikuni did. Wait, is she being real? Or is she completely pulling this out of her ass?
I suppose that makes sense.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
Still, there will always be those who seek immortality. Always have, always will be.
You think so? I, for one, struggle to see the appeal. In any case, there are also certain conditions that must be met for this curse of immortality to be effective. Oh yeah, true. Eating mermaid's flesh alone isn't enough to make you an 800-year immortal.
No. What exactly are these conditions?
Sorry to disappoint, but I'm not aware of the specifics there myself. 800-year immortal, huh? A person who has gained an 800-year lifespan after being cursed by a mermaid. Someone who ingests part of the body of a mermaid that meets certain conditions will be cursed and become a being known as an 800-year immortal. Once cursed, the individual's own body is lost and a provisional body is reconstructed using the parts of the mermaid ingested as a medium. Oh. Huh. Their soul is then transferred to this provisional body, which they are able to control as if it were their own, with their consciousness presiding over both their soul and body from the head. As such, they could already be considered to be more spirit in nature than human. Wait. The individual's own body is lost and the provisional body is reconstructed, using the parts of the mermaid ingested as a medium. Wait, but how does that mean that you need to eat a whole body worth of mermaid? Is that what you're saying? Or does it just like grow a body out of like a piece of mermaid? I don't know. If the individual is fatally wounded or contracts an illness that results in their death, their body will instantly be restored to its default state, allowing them to revive. In the event they lose any body parts, their heart will treat the largest remaining part of them as their main body and regenerate any lost parts from there, with the removed parts subsequently vanishing. Oh, okay. This even occurs in the event that the lost body part is the head. However, these individuals heal from non-fatal wounds at only a slightly faster rate than their bodies would be capable of naturally. As these people feel physical sensations and pain to the same extent as they would have in their original body, it is extremely difficult to tell whether an individual is an 800-year immortal or not, unless they die, even for the individual themselves. Oh, interesting. The lifespan of this provisional body is 800 years from the time of its creation. Due to the individual's original body already being lost, not even the mermaid responsible for the original curse is able to dispel it. The individual will only see the end of their long life once 800 years have passed. Okay, so that's lore. I guess since it's in the files, that's like maybe that means that it's true. Or maybe that means that it's just like a common lore. Lore, lore. But I can say this much at least. The mummy you have in your possession is no mermaid.
Huh? Bullshit. Ain't no way that's anything other than a mermaid.
What I mean to say is that mummy is a different being from the mermaids who wield this curse. Not all half-fish, half-human beings are mermaids, you see. In fact, calling them all by the same name is what leads to mishaps like this one.
Say what? You mean to tell me that's not a mermaid, and that real mermaids are a completely separate thing?
That's right. Which is why I can say with confidence that eating its flesh won't make you immortal.
Seems like you weren't bluffing after all. So what is that thing then? There's gotta be some reason you're after it.
I imagine that even if you had it dissected and examined, all results would point to it being just a mass of fibers. In other words, nothing more than a man-made fake. There's a very good reason for that. You see, that mummy is merely the corpse of an average human, twisted beyond recognition by the curse of the Forsaken Fish.
What? Another curse?
Another curse wielded by mermaids, as it happens. That would be the remains of someone who died under it. It also happens to be the same curse responsible for the mermaids found every few hundred years or so across the country. You see now why we'd rather you handed the mermaid over to us. The poor soul deserves a proper burial, same as anyone else. Surely even you're not so hard-hearted as to deny them that.
Curses this, curses that. It's all a bunch of hokum if you ask me. That said, the report I got from the Research Institute earlier said exactly the same thing.
Oh my. I take it you already had the mermaid dissected then.
They said it was likely a fake, but asked if I wanted them to keep going anyway. I told them to keep at it, but...
It should be clear now that you have nothing to gain from researching that corpse, least of all information on immortality. Won't you consider handing it over? Of course, we could always take you in on charges of abandonment and desecration of a corpse.
Alright. Have it your way.
I'm so glad you've come around. Thank you for your cooperation. Yippee! Perhaps he isn't as fixated on immortality as I thought. That leaves us in a rather unfavorable position. How should we approach this now, I wonder?
I'll give you the damn mermaid, but in exchange I want you to tell me one thing.
Oh. It's not a good voice for me to be doing. What is it?
You say there are real mermaids out there. Where are these real mermaids hiding then?
I suppose you could call it the eternal world.
The eternal world?
Yes. Mermaids are not creatures of this world, you see. Their original home is Ryugu, the domain of the sea god.
Ryugu? And how do you get there?
I'm sorry to say that Ryugu's doors are only open to the dead. Going there is impossible for a living human.
You could claim anything with a fairy tale like that. It all sounds like hokum.
That said, the entrance to Ryugu is said to lie somewhere in the Ise Sea. There have been numerous sightings of mermaids crossing over to this world in the area's long history. Which is why Ise Bay has its share of mermaid legends, too.
Now that you mention it, I have heard one of those stories, too. Some old tale about mermaids being found on some long-lost island called Taishima or the like.
What? Wait a moment, where did you hear that story?
Aha, caught your interest, have I? Looks like this story has some merit to it after all.
I was simply surprised, that's all. It's not a name I've come across in any historical records. Tell me about Taishima. An island said to have previously been located to the south of Kamishima. As it has long since vanished, it is sometimes referred to as Taeshima, or Lost Island. No official records remain, and it remains shrouded in mystery, with knowledge of it preserved only in tales passed down between residents of the Iseshima area. Legends say the island was besieged by someone 400 years prior. The curse of the murdered islanders caused the entire island to sink. Wait, didn't I hear about this before? Maybe I'm just misremembering things. But I thought that like one of the characters was like supposed to have been from there or something.
It's just something I heard from one of the young'uns I have out there looking for mermaids.
I see. Sounds like you've got a capable young hand. I don't suppose it would be possible to meet with this individual.
Nope, not happening. Unless you're willing to spill the beans on everything you know about mermaids. Every last bit of info. Maybe, just maybe, I'd consider it then. It's clear you're no ordinary housewife after all. Not interested? And this meeting is over.
I gotta stop doing this voice, but it's so good.
I'll hand the corpse over to the police as promised. Don't think I've given up on mermaids or immortality. If they really exist, I'll find them and make them mine.
Hi there. Hey, Crypt. Sometime August in the 1980s. Oh, it's peak. It's the Paranormasight's actually peak. Highly recommend. Hey there, you two. Sorry for calling you on here when you're so busy. I figured it'd be best to give you the rundown on our findings as soon as possible. It's no problem. Go ahead. Firstly. And what have we here? Oh, this? It's a poster advertising Kamishima. Something about it catch your eye? No, I was just thinking. Surely it would be better to put it somewhere tourists will actually see it. Good point. Maybe they had some posters left over. Interesting. Interested in Kamishima, are you? It's a nice place. Great tourist spot, too. I recommend it. And I recommend playing Paranormasight. Any funny birds? Funny bird sticker? Funny bird stickers anywhere? Doesn't look like it. It's not from here. Despite the heat, Soto looks as unruffled as ever. I do hope he isn't just pretending to be alright. Let's hear what Detective Ide has to say. A message came in from Detective Ide just as we were about to head to Kamishima, so we stopped by to hear what he had to say. Impressively quick work on his part, to be sure. I just hope he has some good information for us. This is one of Ise City's residential districts. Right now, the ground is so hot the air around it seems to be shimmering. Ah, classic hot August day. Really? No bird? Okay. Wondering about my suit, are you? It's just a cheap old thing. Sorry, I don't have anything more presentable. Alright. So, did you manage to meet up with Mr. Yamashina? Yes. Thank you again for your help there. It seems he's willing to hand the body over without any fuss. Really? That's great. Still, why would some big shot tycoon go to all that trouble to withhold a body? If everything I've heard is true, you could probably take him in on charges of desecrating a corpse, you know. Or was there something special about that corpse? How observant of you, Detective. I can, of course, explain if you'd like to know more. Wait a second. Is it related to that secret department of yours? I think I'm better off not knowing if so. Oh, really? I don't mind bringing you into the fold. Mom, please stop trying to rope him into helping us. I love Soto. Kinda great. I've never met the guy, but I hear he's quite the cranky old geezer. How'd your meeting go? I'll bet he was pretty wary of you being with the police, but he didn't try to pick a fight or anything, did he? Ah, well, I'm not sure you could say it went smoothly, but I don't think we upset him, at least. Probably. You, don't sound very sure about that. Oh, right. That's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. So I got all hands on deck to go around asking about that sketch you gave me. We finally found someone who recognized the victim. Oh, that's great news. The person who recognized him was a housewife in her 20s who lived in Kumano 7 years ago. Apparently, the sketch looks like a 19-year-old she knew who left the village to go to the city. So 7 years ago, he was 19. Oh. From the sounds of it, the guy had no relatives to speak of. Left the village with nothing but the clothes on his back. She doesn't know what happened to him after that. I see. That would make him a young man with no relatives who left his hometown behind 7 years ago. Did we get a name for our mystery man? Sure did. His name was Kippei Ikoma. Kippei Ikoma. I looked him up in the residence registry, and it does look like he moved from Kumano to Ise City 7 years ago. But it seems he doesn't live at the place he put as his address anymore. Oh, that's unfortunate. I checked in with the apartment's landlord, and it would seem that about 6 years ago, the landlord had his contract terminated after he failed to both pay his rent and return to his apartment for several months straight. True? The landlord didn't put out a search request or anything, so that's where the trail ends, I'm afraid. If he went missing 6 years ago, I suppose it wouldn't surprise me if those were his remains. We'll keep looking into Ikoma to see if he was involved in anything that might have led to his murder. Of course, there's always the possibility we've got the wrong guy, so we'll keep asking around just in case. Please do. We've got a turbo seabed skeletons. A case in which multiple human skeletons were recovered from a deep fissure on the Toba seabed. The initial estimate indicated that at least 5 bodies... Testimonies indicate that the individual in this sketch resembles a youth by the name of Kippei Ikoma, who went missing 6 years ago. He has no known relatives. Victims are believed to have been killed by a curse wielded by someone connected to the Heike. Got some, like, mafia curses going on. The woman we spoke to said that sketch was really accurate. No doubt in her mind it was Ikoma. Well, that accurate. Then I'm sure we've got the right person. Still, how did you even make that sketch? There was nothing left of the victim but bones. Well, let's just say it's classified for now. Right. Guess that means I shouldn't pry any further. Oh yeah, I also looked into that lady you were asking about, Somekawa. Oh yes, did you find anything? Well, it seems she hasn't registered as a resident, even though she moved here 5 years ago. And nothing came up for Somekawa in the civil registry either. So I'm afraid I don't have anything on who she is or where she came from. Sorry to disappoint. I see. Is that quite common? Happens. It's not unheard of for folks from the countryside to come here for work and just drift on without anyone knowing with no one really knowing who they are. Apparently it was really common during the post-war growth period. It seems we have quite the mystery woman on our hands. Yep. There is something I've been wondering about. Oh? Let's hear it. You have some idea who she might be? Well, have you heard of the Kamishima Southern Sea disaster? It was a big maritime disaster that struck 5 years back. I have, yes. One of the victims of that disaster was an armor diver and housewife from Kamishima by the name of Mare Minakuchi. But it seems her maiden name was Somekawa. Oh shit. So our mystery woman shares a surname with a maritime disaster victim. I'm impressed you managed to dig that up. I was already looking into the Kamishima disaster because of the skeletal remains, so it was a happy coincidence, if anything. Oh, so you thought they might be related too. I'm glad it wasn't just me. Anyway, it seems like the bodies of those disaster victims were never found in the end, which got me thinking... Wait, are you saying... Yep. I was thinking Mari Minakuchi could have survived the disaster 5 years ago. And you think she then moved to Ichika and started going by her old name of Somekawa again? Hang on. Isn't that what I said, like, when I saw her? I said their pictures looked the same, right? That's right. What do you think? It seems like a long shot, but maybe? But if that's the case, why would she have stayed in Ichika for 5 whole years without thinking to contact her family? Maybe she lost her memories in the disaster? Right. If she only had her old memories to rely on, it wouldn't be that odd if she went back to using her old name. Surely her appearance would still be the same, though. It is difficult to imagine no one recognizing her for 5 whole years. It's possible she just never ran into anyone she knew. That kind of thing's more likely than you'd think. Oh, speaking of appearances, I found a picture of Mari Minakuchi from a report on the disaster. I haven't met this Somekawa myself, so could you take a look for me and let me know what you think? Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. What do you think, Soda? If she'd aged 5 years and grown badly gaunt, I can certainly see how this woman might come to resemble Ms. Somekawa. My thoughts exactly. And also my thoughts exactly. So you agree it's a pretty solid theory? It's certainly worth looking into, yes. But if she really is Mari Minakuchi, there's something else that concerns me. Something else. Yeah, isn't she dead now? Wasn't she killed? No. This is just what I've heard. But it seems like the islanders over on Kamishima think this Mari Minakuchi was the cause of the disaster 5 years ago. What? Why would they think that? No idea, but it seems like it's pretty much taken for granted by most of the folks over there. Even just mentioning her name is a sort of taboo. So I was thinking it wouldn't be that odd if she felt she couldn't go back home because of that. Surely not. Seems as good a reason as any why she wouldn't want to come forward anyway. If she really is related to the storm 5 years ago, she's a point of interest regardless of her connection to the skeletal remains. Perhaps it's worth looking into that first. Can I leave talking to Ms. Somikawa to you two then? We'll handle that, yes. Okay. Cool. So people believe this Mare Minakuchi called forth the curse of the raging waves 5 years ago, did they? I didn't expect the curse of the raging waves to come up here of all places. Wait. That's it. I remember now. The sole survivor of Taishima. His surname was Somikawa. There was something else about Somikawa. A wooden box? Surely that'd be too much of a coincidence. Yeah, the wooden box, right? Oh, is the box the curse stone? Oh, shit. Interesting. Well, that's about all I had to report. Thank you, Detective. That was very informative. As for our next move, could we ask you to keep looking into Kippei Ikoma for us? Roger that. We'll see if we can find Somikawa again and hear what she has to say. Unfortunately, it looks like our trip to Kamishima will have to wait until tomorrow. So it seems. Oh, you had business on Kamishima too? That was actually our original reason for coming here, yes. But now we've gotten caught up in all this other troublesome business, so it looks like dealing with that will have to come first. And here I was hoping to get this over with as soon as possible so I could get back home to my husband. I see. You sure are devoted to your husband. Oh, very much. Though I do worry as he never eats properly when I'm not around. What is this? What is the deal with her being a housewife? I'm so like wilded out by this whole fucking thing. In any case, please do get in touch if you find anything else of note. Even if it's just something out of the ordinary happening. Anything could be of help. Sure, will do. Though you're kind of making me worried something might actually happen now. I'd certainly prefer it if it didn't. Anyway, we're counting on you, Detective. Alright, interesting. Very interesting. Same day, afternoon. Damn, he's yeeking out. Bad news, Mom. It seems we were a step too late. What do you mean? It seems someone came and took that Somikawa woman out to sea just a few minutes ago. What? According to the witness, a foreign man came to the port with Ms. Somikawa in tow. They then boarded a motorboat that was moored there and headed out into the bay. It didn't appear to be by force, so we can probably assume they knew each other. Foreign man? I'm not sure what's going on, but we should probably get a boat and follow just in case. Yes, let's see if... Oh! Sodo, what's wrong? This spiritual force is overwhelming. My body won't move. What's going on? Oh shit. That girl over there. Is she doing this? Hello? You can withstand this curse? You really are quite strong, mister. Sorry, but I can't let you go any further. I'll have to ask you to leave. Voice of Tikos Numa, guardian spirit, grant me the wisdom of the numinous. O high guiding spirit, light my path ahead. It seems like they've saved us the effort of searching for them. So it seems. Let's see if this girl can tell us what we want to know. Oh, music. Peak. This game is peak. Who are you? I could ask the same of you. What do you want with Miss Somikawa? So you know who Miss Somikawa is, do you? Maybe. What's it to you? Mom, This girl's spirit sense is extremely potent, but she lacks experience. She seems hesitant to employ curses against people. If I have an opening, I can use my curse of binding to restrain her. Usually it's too risky to use on ordinary people, but that shouldn't apply here. Alright, I certainly wouldn't mind getting some information out of her, so this is as good an opportunity as any. I'll see if I can get her to lower her guard. When she wavers, I'll signal for you to use the curse of binding. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. On your signal. You only have 3 chances to use the curse. Ah, yes. Yes! I love Paranormasight mechanics. Can we assume the foreign man who took Ms. Somikawa is a friend of yours then? So what if he is? Why are you trying to follow them? You certainly have remarkable strength for your age. Why, it might even be too much for us. What's with the sudden praise? You're creeping me out. If you resist anymore, we'll have you taken in for obstruction of public duties. Wait, you're with the police? Despite appearances, yes. Defying us could net you quite the heavy punishment. I see. You must be from Paranormal Affairs. Then I definitely can't do what you say. What? No, there's no need to be so uptight. How about we stop all this and just talk a bit? Not happening. You're just gonna use a curse the moment I drop my focus. Oh. What do you want with Miss Somikawa? I could say the same to you. You just want the relic for yourselves, don't you? What? You know about the relic? You're also with Paranormal Affairs, then? Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. I suppose this is the trouble with secret departments. Not even their own members recognize each other. What a bother. So we're both from Paranormal Affairs, are we? Let's talk. Perhaps there's some way we can help. I told you, I don't know what you're talking about. It's none of your business anyway. You have quite some nerve standing up to us despite knowing where we're from. Don't think you'll get off lightly for this. Threatening me won't get you anywhere. You can't arrest me unless it's an emergency, right? So, you're with Paranormal Affairs, but you need the relic yourself, so you're unwilling to cooperate with us. Am I correct? If that's what you think, can you give up already? Even knowing we're from Paranormal Affairs, you kept a straight face and hid your ties. I can tell you're both bold and smart. Thanks, I guess. Will you give up now?
It's no good. She's too wary of us.
It seems I'll have to press her further before she'll give us an opening. All right, I understand where you're coming from. We won't interfere anymore. Sodo, you can stop now.
Mom?
Really? Thanks. You grown-ups and your dirty tricks! You did well to be cautious of us, but I'm afraid this is how grown-ups get things done. Now, will you tell us what you're up to here? Ugh! Well, I suppose I've slowed you down enough. You'll never catch up to the boat now. Placas esteri! Guide my path, and with thy merciful hand uphold me.
What? She broke the binding.
Bye-bye.
Confound it. Stop right there.
Looks like she's given us the slip. I doubt we'll be able to catch her now. Still, I'm going to have a word with Paranormal Affairs about that girl. Interesting. I put in a call to Paranormal Affairs about our errant young lady just now.
I see. I assume she's indeed affiliated with them.
Yes. It seems her name is Circe Lunalight. She's an exorcist from England who's come here on exchange.
Oh, she's from England, just shit.
The Lunalight family. I see.
Oh? Are they well known?
I've heard of them, yes. They're a distinguished family of exorcists. Quite an old one, too. It would certainly explain the strength of her spirit sense.
Right. In any case, it seems she's in the care of Paranormal Affairs while she's in Japan. Honestly, I do wish they'd tell us these things in advance.
What is she doing here in Mie Prefecture?
Well, it seems even Paranormal Affairs isn't sure what she's up to. They've been looking for her. From the sounds of things, she's been skipping her training assignments to travel around Japan, visiting all sorts of spiritual spots instead.
It doesn't seem like they're keeping an eye on her at all.
Unfortunately not. They asked me to tell her to return to Tokyo at once when we next see her.
I see. More work for us then.
Yes. The things we find ourselves caught up in. She seemed to know about Somikawa too. I've got a bad feeling about all this.
Shall we try looking for her? I imagine she's still in the area.
No, not now. If all that is true, I doubt she'll be looking to cause too much trouble. Besides, I'm sure we'll run into each other again eventually. Well, I think that's enough trouble for one day. Let's call it a day. We'll head for Kamishima first thing tomorrow.
Understood.
Okay, interesting. Tell me about Kiting Killer, the strategist of the Rebels' Roost Delinquent. Hang on, let me like put on an actual voice. The strategist of the Rebels' Roost Delinquent crew. He can often be seen circling the skies over their territory, ever on the lookout for intruders. Those unfortunate enough to be spotted by him will find themselves greeted by his signature dive bomb attack and grappling claws. He and Fastlane Frigate of the Bamboo Breakers dance team go way back, having fostered a mutual respect for each other's prowess during their sea racing days. They're best buds. Thank you. This is very interesting, considering that there's nothing else but this. I'm gonna take a short break. Get up, get some water, go to the bathroom, etc. I will see you all shortly. Have some menu music in the meantime.
Diving. More diving. It's a nice little way to have a break, honestly. Kinda wanna go back into the fucking hole. It's so interesting. But like, there's clearly nothing there. Yo, we got abalone. 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 It's a turban snail. It's not what I want at all. Any abalone? Abalone? Macaroni? Turban snail. Oh, that's a turban snail also. Man, I'm getting farmed right now. One more. Greed. Oh, it's barely even greed at this point. What's that? Is that abalone? Nope, it's turban stout. Okay. Noted. That's abalone though. Gimme. And so is this. Oh, gimme. And so is this. And so is this. Oh, let's go. Raking in the big bucks. Oh, and another like 2. Yo. One more. That's so greedy. God, please. Let me get back up. Yes. Okay, nice. Huge points. Damn, like 2,000 points. Oh. Well, we may as well just get another level. It's so easy to just want to, like, do this, right? Okay. So searching. I wanted to see if I could, like, see anything with, like, max searching. I haven't, like, been this way, though. Any, like, question marks over here? They're kinda not really. But you never know. I'm gonna just like go swimming. If I see any errant abalone, I'll be sure to collect them. That's like the edge of the map though. Oh, no. Let me get. That's turban snail, I don't care. This is as far as the rope will reach, as per usual. I'm the problem. Surely that's enough. Yay. Alright, nice. We're diver rank 16 now. Alright. So it seems that in fact we do have to go back to this. Probably. It's here. Considering that this is not checked off yet. Right, let's leave it at that for today. Good work out there, user.
Whoa, you've already gotten this good in just this amount of time? You weren't kidding when you said you had a good feeling about this. I guess all that diving really helped you get the hang of things.
Honestly, I kind of surprised myself as well. Maybe I really am the patron saint of diving.
Just what I'd expect from a living legend. So, do you feel any different now? Did your body undergo any weird changes?
Nope. I feel exactly the same. Nothing's changed. I'm the same old user I've always been.
I guess we're a bit off the mark then. So, what do you want to do now? Should we call it a day?
Azami. Before we head back, could we talk for a bit?
Sure. What's up?
I don't believe that this fishing boat, the Sayun Maru, belongs to Azami's family. I don't have a boat of my own, so Azami was kind enough to bring it out for me. It used to belong to his dad, so it's getting on in years, but he takes good care of it. It seems he's hoping to keep using it for years to come. But didn't I look at that already? That's Azami. So when I was diving just now, giant hole in the seabed. Yeah. You're just gonna tell him about the Tomokazuki, right? Yeah, we've seen this before. The only thing I was a patron of was carelessness and lack of proper vigilance. Yeah, they're just talking about the Tomokazuki. But like, we've done those already. So I don't really see... Like, unless you actually just want me to max out my diving right now. Which actually shouldn't take too long. It shouldn't take too long at all. Can I see a question mark? Like, there are more stickers here. I'm quite sure. Yeah. Yeah. Just like hella abalone. Let's go. Greed? Perhaps. Perhaps greed? No, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, we're good. Lamau. 2,000 points. New record. Okay. Reach diver rank 17. Then what? Then what? Feel free to dive as much as you like. Yeah. Okay. Is there actually just something that I haven't, like, seen yet? Because, like... Okay, so if I go back to the hole... which is over here... This thing was something interesting. So is there anything else, like, super interesting around here? It doesn't, like, seem like it, right? This is as far as the rope will reach. And, like, if I swim down there, I'm just gonna die again, right? Like I just get pulled into the underworld and then I'm dead. So like, I'm not particularly convinced that that's all there is here, but I'm kind of like weirded out that there isn't more here, you know? Like, wait, what's this? Oh, it's just the hole again. Only the hole has the bubbles coming out of it. What the fuck? That's so confusing. Like, surely this is like something, right? Like, what is that? Nothing gathered. Yes, the story chart. Oh, that's finished now. Okay. Can I restart this? Is that what you want me to do? So this is all stuff that we've seen before. August 7th, morning. Can announce from a shark, patron saint of diving. The diving minigame will now commence. Areas where sea creatures are located will be marked with an exclamation mark. Yeah. Best not go any farther out for now. I'm not allowed to go to the hole in the tutorial. That's really funny. Can I catch everything there is to catch in the tutorial? I'm actually kind of wondering if that's possible. Like, imagine the patron saint of diving. Canonically the first dive. Yeah, I'm aware. There's two more things. Damn. I totally could have gotten that other thing. Oh, damn. Yeah, I don't need to see the tutorial again. Get some abalone. Yeah, whatever. Now, I did find the hole, right? But I did also see something that looked like a mermaid. Didn't I? Am I just like hallucinating shit? I might well be hallucinating shit. think actually just getting abalone is like not the way to go. Because you do get bonuses for like collecting more stuff. But yeah, the thing that needs to happen here is user needs to die. I can't see any more. But the how did you improve so much in such a short time? You're basically pro level now. Oh. But it's also because you were here to help. Thanks, Azami.
Oh, I didn't do that much, but I appreciate it.
So, do you feel any... Wait, we've seen... I'm so curious. Kamishima Port. Wait, haven't we done this already?
Hey, user, I took your catch to the market while you were changing.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
It was a seriously impressive haul for your first dive. The old guys at the market looked like their eyes were going to pop out. Your status as Kamishima's patron saint of diving sure isn't just for show.
Okay, that's enough of that. And thanks for carting all that to the market by yourself. There you are, Azami. Don't tell me you went out fishing today. Oh,
Chie. How's your back doing?
yeah, I haven't seen this at all. What do you mean this is... tick?
Not going to get any better lounging around at home, that's for sure. More importantly, no one's meant to be taking their boats out right now because of the storm that's on the way. Don't tell me you didn't hear. Ah, yeah. But it was more of a warning than a rule, and the weather looked fine, so I figured it was okay. You should know better than that, Izami. You young'uns never listen, do you?
Yeah, we haven't met this woman before. What do you mean this had a tick on it? Chie Toyama. The de facto leader of the armor divers on Kamishima, she's a highly influential figure on the island. She married into a family on Kamishima shortly after the end of Second World War at the age of 20 and has been working as an armor diver for close to 40 years, rarely missing the opening day of each diving season. She has displayed a natural talent for diving ever since her days as an apprentice, coming to be known as Chie the Mermaid for the deft ease in which she moves through the water. In her heyday, she earned more money than her husband, enough to send all 3 of her sons to university, an achievement that she takes great pride in, and also earned her considerable authority in her household. Now a grandmother to 7, a back injury has led to her being less active than she used to be, but she's still considered one of the most experienced divers on the island. Her graceful swimming shows no signs of decline, continuing to inspire others even now. Her estimated diver rank is 6-7. Huh? Huh? Instantly dating the stream? Huh?
Going out with the Minakuchi boy of all people.
Actually, Azami only took out his boat because I asked him to help out with my work.
Wait a dang second. Don't tell me you went out to dive.
I did, but why do you ask? Am I not allowed to be an armor diver?
Absolutely not. I won't allow it. What? Why? User's a member of the association, same as everyone else. As long as he follows the rules, it should be fine, right? Sure, it's rare for guys to become armor divers, but it's not like it's forbidden or anything. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm saying he shouldn't be allowed in the sea. It's obscene is what it is. Everyone agreed to put up with him being on the island for Tsuyu's sake. But now he gets it in his head to go diving of all things. Have you no sense, boy? Seems like I'll have to have a few words with Tsuyu. You not knowing your place is going to cause everyone trouble. Listen up, Minakuchi boy. You'd better keep your head down and stay put on dry land where you belong. No more diving, you hear?
Holy shit. I'm getting shunned?
Hey now, you don't think that's going a bit far?
There's no need delaying to use her like that.
Azami.
What?
You really don't think anything of all this? After what his mother did?
Damn. Getting secondhand shunned.
Nope, not at all.
Yuza hasn't done anything wrong.
He was a victim of the disaster too. Maybe more than anyone else. Recently, there's been this strange rumbling coming from the sea. The same rumbling as 5 years ago. Everyone's scared of what might be coming. They're bracing themselves for another big disaster.
Oh, is that what you meant by the storm? The weather forecast said things are going to stay calm for a bit, though.
To hell with the weather forecast. It didn't save us 5 years ago. Anyhow, you see why we've got to stay in the God of the Sea's good graces. No doing anything to upset them, got it?
Damn. Don't let it get you down, Yuza.
Chie isn't a bad person at heart, but the old folks here are all pretty firm in their beliefs, I guess.
Yeah, it's only natural. I was kind of expecting it, to be honest.
Still, I didn't think she'd get that mad. Guess they have a bigger chip on their shoulders about all this than I thought. It seems like they really think your mum was to blame for the disaster.
Yeah. I guess wanting to get to the bottom of things there was one of my reasons for becoming an armored diver.
Yeah. Everyone's been avoiding the topic until now, but that can't go on forever.
Hey, you two.
Hmm?
Oh, it's Kikuko.
Yeah, you two over there.
Can I get some help with these boxes here? I need to get them to the warehouse. Oh, Kikuko. Tsutsui. Wait, Tsutsui? Kikuko? Interesting. Very interesting. A woman born and raised on Kamishima, unmarried. She's known for her friendly, sociable nature and almost sisterly tendency to look after others, both of which make her a familiar face to many on the island. Ever since her school days, Kikuko harbored a strong desire to leave Kamishima and make a life for herself elsewhere. While most of her classmates began working as armored divers following graduation from middle school, she decided to enroll in a boarding school as a first step towards fulfilling this goal, going on to graduate from a junior college in Aichi Prefecture, and then finding a job in general administration at a company in Ise City. However, because her assigned work consisted only of unfulfilling menial tasks like pouring tea and answering calls, she left after only a year. She changed jobs repeatedly over the following years, but found no further luck in subsequent workplaces. Eventually, recognizing that success as an armored diver is determined solely by the extent of one's physical prowess and ingenuity, she came to find the idea of such work appealing and moved back to Kamishima 4 years ago. Despite her late start as an armored diver compared to her peers, she leveraged her high athletic ability, a talent which even saw her star in the national athletic meet during her school days, and her innate knack for analytical thinking and research to consistently turn out good results, and she's since earned the respect of even the veteran armored divers of the island. Her estimated diver rank is 41. Kikuko has had scant luck with men, having been introduced by several potential partners only to be turned down by all of them. Her parents, anxious for her future, worry that the large birthmark on her face is to blame, but Kikuko herself remains unfazed, citing her lack of interest in marriage as the primary cause, something which has caused them no end of concern. Although she endeavored to hide her birthmark with makeup while at school and during her time as an office worker, she has since embraced it, proudly proclaiming it to be her symbol. I like her. She's got gumption.
Phew, thanks. I knew I could rely on you young'uns to help out. Young'uns? You're a young'un too, Kikuko.
Aw, how kind. Pretty sure you're the only ones who'd say that, though. I was told out of nowhere to make sure anything valuable was stowed away just in case a storm hits. What a pain. So you're getting ready for the storm too?
Yep.
Pretty silly when the weather's this good, huh? It's not like I can say no, though. Speaking of pains, I overheard Cheer giving you an earful just now. Are you seriously planning on becoming an armor diver user? Well, that was the plan, but it's looking like I might be forced into retirement before I even begin. Why now? Didn't you come back here to look after Suyu? Yes, but I still have to work, and I've always been interested in armor diving. Bran was also pretty down about no longer being able to dive, so I thought it might cheer her up a bit. Ah, so you want to follow in Suyu's footsteps? Still, you must have noticed that everyone was on edge just at the thought of you coming back here. If they hear you went diving, there'll likely be a bit of an uproar. Are they really that set against Yuza going in the sea? I've never heard anyone say anything like that. Well, they don't say it where you can hear it. Everyone loves you here, and they know you're close with Yuza. They probably feel they can't be that tough on him with you around. What was that? Oh, never mind. Forget I said anything. I can't deny there's been this creepy rumbling coming from the sea recently, though. It's no wonder everyone's unnerved. If some sort of disaster does end up happening again and Yuza gets caught doing something he wasn't meant to, that'll probably be it for him. Yeah, that's what I don't get. Do people seriously believe Yuza's mum caused that storm? Everyone suffered because of it, including Yuza's family. It's so stupid. Hey, I honestly think it's stupid too. But the truth is, there are a bunch of people who believe it, so making a fuss about it isn't going to get you anywhere, right? Besides, even if this storm doesn't come in the end, a different kind of storm may already be brewing. A different kind of storm? Well, you shouldn't have any trouble if you keep your head down. Just be good and do what you're told, and no one will get on your case, yeah? Give me a break. Why's he got to keep his head down here? He was born and raised on Kamishiba just like everyone else. Hey, getting mad at me won't change anything. If it upsets you that much, why don't you leave? Leaving a place like this behind might be for the best, don't you think? Maybe. But I can't just ask my gran to move somewhere else at her age. Then you'll just have to put up with it. If you want to blame anyone, blame your mum. Did his mum even do anything 5 years ago? No one wants to tell us anything. No idea. I only came back here after the disaster, so I don't know what happened at the time. Mr. Wakamura always seems like he knows more than he lets on. Now that I think about it, why don't you just ask Tsuyu what she knows? Tsuyu? I've already asked Gran about it countless times. She says she doesn't know anything. And you don't think that's a bit suspicious? If anyone knows something, it'd be her, right? You might be right. She is pretty hard to read. I wouldn't be able to tell if she was hiding something anyway. Anyway, I do feel bad for you, but you've just got to grin and bear it. For everyone's sake, eh? Oh, damn. Thanks for the help, you two. Try to stay out of trouble, okay? Kikiko really seemed like she didn't know anything, huh? But folks are way more on edge than I thought. Yeah, I've gotten the sense I'm not exactly welcome here ever since I came back. But I didn't think trying to make a living here would lead to that much backlash. I didn't realize everyone disliked my mum quite that much, or that they were so suspicious of her. It seems like the timing wasn't great either. Everyone's wound out about these ill omens that are happening right now. Still, I'm sure now that my mum must have had some sort of secret, and I'm almost certain it had to do with what we're looking into. For everyone hears that I went diving today, it might prompt people to start talking about what happened 5 years ago. True. If there's any time to ask about your mum, it's now. I think we should see what old man Wakamura and Tsuyu have to say about all this too. Yeah. Assuming Gran agrees to talk about it anyway. Ooh. Oh. So you're saying all this stuff is happening after this? Interesting. Interesting. How tired am I feeling? I'm kind of stressed out. I nearly got ran over yesterday, and that's kind of just like hitting me in a slow burn. It's kind of wild. Yeah. Maybe I'm not feeling up to streaming for much more today. In which case, let's find someone to say hi to. Oh, you're playing Lobotomy Corporation? But are you... How long have you been streaming for? An hour? Do I trust? Sure. Let's just go raid this person. I trust. They're playing video game. I will do more Paranormasight. Maybe before raid tomorrow. I wanna finish it soon, so I don't like get too spoiled. But I hope you had fun. Oh god, I'm done. Thanks for coming, y'all. Do all the stuff. Some sort of like social spruiking. I don't, whatever. I'm too tired.